Oh, right. Let me check. There was supposedly another level added. Let me do that before I forget. It was Disruption by Rhombus. Actually just released right after I started. Nice. Let me also, because I'm liable to forget, so let me just update into that. There we go. Disruption. Nice. Okay. So we'll just continue on where we'll do Disruption last. The Tomb Realm. Icy Realm. I am mildly concerned. Interesting color scheme. Welcome drivers to the Tomb Realm. Alright. Not starting the way I expected at all. We didn't have a random nonsense music change from the little intro segment teleporting into the level, so that's a plus. Let's make it real quick. Pretty simple so far. Environment's all right. This is looking a lot more interesting and promising. Not a whole lot going on the road, though. Say I am somewhat intrigued. So it's supposed to simulate. Okay. As I say, that feels like it was supposed to simulate the walls closing in. We have a little bit of an obstacle. That one's actually not necessarily easy because it was a fairly tight gap, not unreasonably so. I like some of the visuals here, not bad. The driving experience is pretty darn basic aside from those two bobble blockers though. And then a very hard left, okay. Uncapped spine, just heads up to the creator. You might wanna cap that off. I was distracted by the big set piece up ahead because I was about to say that actually looks pretty cool. That's the kind of shit, if we're gonna have a basic simple driving experience, that's the kind of stuff I want to see more of. Oh wait, we do have grip thrusters, we do not have jump though. That's a bit disappointing. Stuff like this, if you're going through this, I'm like, okay, this kind of makes I'm okay with basic driving if we're gonna have cool stuff like that to look at and drive through. Or that stuff more just, okay, that's nice, I like how that goes through that. I mean, it's Realm, so it's probably, I'm assuming this is based off has source material that's based off, so they didn't necessarily design that, but still cool. I like that. And I have to slow down a bit in here, apparently. This is not well suited to distance. You're allowed to take artistic license to make tracks feel good to play, please. Oh, this is a fan realm? Oh, so if this is totally original, then this actually has some very cool ideas going. That actually makes it better. Though I will say the beginning dragged on could have some better, some more interest early on. I know we want to save the reveals, but it's you could do a little bit more with the beginning. But this stuff I'm liking, at least visually. I'm not sold on the driving experience here, but the actual set environment and set pieces, they're nice. I did like the loop going into the big, I can't think of the word, but the big decoration thing in between the statues at the beginning. That was cool. That was cool, nicely designed. I like the way that worked. Yeah, this back half of the track, this is really cool. These narrow hallways, I don't know about these. I don't don't know about these, but the visuals in the big open rooms are really cool. Like, about half of this level has me going, all right, I'm into this, and then the other half, I'm just like, can we do something different here? Okay. Oh gosh darn it. Yeah, that's so awkward. Like, I know we don't want the whole thing easy, but everything is like autopilot, and then there's this like perfect maneuvering positioning where you spiral off the road and explode section. Like, we need some middle ground here. Please. These are actual lasers. Nice. I approve. Now we just need a slightly better, you know, spread of obstacles through the rest of the track. Like, that section was cool. I liked the way it looked. It was an actual hazard to dodge. Gameplay. In other words. Like, I'm actually quite liking most of the visuals on this. Pretty cool. It's just the actual driving part of it is not... It's not living up to it. Oh, that's a little bit spooky. And a little bit just confusing, but, you know. I like this too. See, this is fine to have a section like this where it's like, oh, see, we had a nice ease into the narrow walkway with no band guardrails, but it's like, yeah. That turret is mean. I died on it 3 times in a row. Yeah, I'm guessing you mean that narrow hallway that you have to stop boosting to not explode in. And this is a fan realm. Don't know how original ideas spread around and sometimes overlap with each other. Might be a first map. Yep, as in it was someone's first map. You know, let me check in the workshop. If that is a first map, I would say, you know what? That's actually pretty good. Oh yeah, there's more of the description that gets cut off in the game. So prepare yourself for a trip through an ancient tomb where you'll need to master driving in close proximity to survive. Yeah, see, like, I'm not against that, but we need the stuff outside of that to not basically be autopilot mode. You know, like I said, some middle ground. My first created level and first Accelerators themed level. I intend to create a series of new racing realms based on some driving skills not in the series. Don't have an Accelerate start, unfortunately. I really want to add it eventually. Sponsors theme starts. That's what I thought. Okay. You know what? That's really good for a first track, for their first attempt at this type of realm. I almost want to say I want to try and get in contact with this person, because it's like, if we can, you know, give them some feedback, get the driving part a little bit smoothed out, I would be totally down for more tracks made by this person. Like, this track is like halfway there. I'm gonna have to give it a no rating, because it's like, there's a lot of stuff I really like on this track, and then there's some sections that I'm just like, no, please clean this up. Comment, invite to the server. Yeah, I will try to do that afterwards. So, but to the next, yeah. Definitely one of those halfway there's. Yeah, I absolutely agree. It's like they've got some good ideas, and some of it's there, but it's like there's definitely some sections where it's like, you need to pick it, you need to lift it up here, and you need to rein this stuff in over there. Bring things towards the middle, and we're good. Sector Hatsune. I have a feeling this is based off of, but even if, you know, the color scheme was basically given to you, I still really dig that thumbnail. You know, it doesn't look quite as nice here on this pause screen. So, yeah, anyways, I'm pausing because I wanted to read the description, so give me a moment. Where is full description? I wish I could see it easier in game. This was originally going to be some big thing, but I lost the original idea I had in my head. Yeah, I know how that is, at some point. So I cut a bunch of unfinished stuff out and polished what I had. Enjoy your Miku level. I feel like the colors don't quite have the balance right in this beginning section, but let me see. Okay, I really dig these moving particle effects on this. This is nice. The colors are pretty badass and awesome. The thumbnail was amazing, by the way. Thumbnail totally sold me on this level before I even touched it. I'm like, this level's gonna look awesome. I feel like it doesn't quite live up to the thumbnail in practice, at least to the start, but it's still pretty cool looking. I'm just gonna be so distracted with the visuals that I'm not even gonna pay attention to the gameplay. Oh, how'd you get that? Oh, I know how you did that. I was like, whoa, wait a second. How did you make that? Very nice. I feel like the particles are looking a little weird when I'm driving directly over them, but I know that's almost impossible to fix, and it looks good enough 90% of the time. It looks awesome, amazing, or like exactly how I think it's supposed to look, but the words, you know, it's good. Visuals are, oh, I want to drive through that tunnel. Damn. I'm like, dude, this tunnel looks sweet, and that's like, the game level's done. No tunnel for you. Damn it. Okay, let me pay more attention to the actual driving experience and not be like, sweet fucking particles and color scheme, lasers everywhere. Which was my first drop for this. And the track is very readable, so that's good, because sometimes going crazy with particle effects can hurt that. I think in this case, it does not. I would almost say that big wide turn almost goes on for too long, but I think it's... Oh, what the... And there's the Unity. It was gonna happen sooner or later on the stream. Anyways, I was gonna say, you know what? No, let me just drive. Yeah, just a little bit of Unity in there. I want to drive into that tunnel. So, I want to say the gameplay feels kind of basic, but I think in this case, that's actually to the level's benefit. Because this is the level I'm just like, I just want to look at it and appreciate the cool colors and everything going on. And if it was making me try too hard to actually play it, I wouldn't be able to do that as much. So I actually think it's in a reasonably good place in that regard. And I actually want to play it once more. This level is just like, it looks so cool. I like this. See, this is where, I mean, like, this is not like the level, same degree as some levels where I'm like, there's nothing going on. I am bored. Give me something to look at. But this is a perfect example of the level it's not doing anything crazy. Like, if this was just a bland track with like default asset colorations and stuff, this level, it wouldn't be totally like falling asleep level boring, but it wouldn't be that exciting. But like, the visuals bring it up so much where it's like, this is absolutely an example of the visuals enhancing the level to the degree where the relatively laid-back gameplay doesn't matter. It's like I was gonna say before, that big wide swing around the silhouette. It's like, it feels like it's going on for a little long, but you're like, no, there's a cool set piece here. I want to get a good view of that and have a few good seconds to look at it. It's like, yeah, no, I actually like it. It needs to be that way. And while we don't have beat-matched lighting, we do have beat-matched spotlights, so it's in the same category. I'm still a little disappointed I don't get to drive down this tunnel because it looks badass. It looks awesome. Either way, very nice. I like this. This is awesome. This is like a good, like, relatively chill level, like... when you get better at the game, it's like nothing here is really gonna make you particularly try, but it's still fun. And you got cool stuff to look at. So yeah. Good stuff. Definitely good stuff. And now the brand new hot off the presses Disruption by Rhombus. What will it have in store? Looks very rusty. That is my first impression. Neat visuals. Alright. And some red metal shard crystal-y things. I like glass roads when they're used well. A nice animated texture there. Custom laser beams to dodge. It's like there are crates on those ledges, which they're like supplies or something. Okay, those fireballs are looking neat. I have no idea if they're an actual hazard, but they make me not want to drive into them. But yeah, we do have some like equipment mechanical looking bits. Not a ton, but okay, now there's more, but beginning there wasn't, but it's like still have like signs of industry and evil being. Okay, I assume these ones will kill me. Oh, is this the end? I have to play this again. It felt short. Like it kind of almost felt like the level was just starting to pick up. Like, I don't know if it's just me, but it felt like we were about to get into something bigger, and then it just kind of ended. Like, there's a decent bit here. We get some variety. We get some neat stuff to look at. The environment work is quite nice. There's some good variety here, while still being very, in theme and aesthetically, fits together. Obstacles aren't anything too crazy, but they make you pay attention. You gotta drive around stuff. And there's good visual variety and variety on how you avoid them. Those fireballs, honestly, I feel like I would have to try to actually hit them, but I don't know. Yeah, I guess this could be like a lead up to, yes, you're going somewhere else, so that's a different track, but it's like, man, it feels like we're getting something big and like, I don't know. Yeah, I'm gonna say, yeah, this is a pretty cool track. It's like, I want it to be a little bit more, but this is like, it's basically just because I'm like, I'm into this. I dig what's here. I'm like, I want it to be more than what it is, though. Let me just play it once more, because I think this is the last one we have, so sure, why not? It's not like time is an issue. Also, what actually are these up here? Oh, they're bushes. I thought they were like crates. From a distance, they looked like boxes or something. That's kind of funny. I was totally wrong on that. Yeah, I suppose this is a good, like, I don't want to say totally chill, but it's like, I don't know. This level feels like it's in a weird spot, like, difficulty-wise for me. I don't know. I'm not even sure what I'm saying anymore. It's like, I like this, but I'm not quite sure how to rate it. So I'll just say, you know what, people? My conclusion is, yes, recommended. Try it for yourself and decide what you think. Yeah, I'm not sure. I'm like, I kind of want it to be crazier, but it's kind of fine for it to not be also. Basically, I just wish there was a little bit more to this. you know, it's probably better to not go overboard with things. So, I don't know. It's pretty cool. So yeah, that was all of the new tracks. I'm gonna have to, yeah, it's a solid, simple level that has a place for newer players. And honestly, levels like that can be fun when you're like, I don't want to do crazy shit that's gonna make me push the limits of my skills. I just want to play through a track that I can just go and play through it and be like, yeah, I'm good at this game. Good enough, anyways. It's like the levels where you're like, yeah, I mean, this is easy because I know what I'm doing, and it looks cool. You wanted it to be more as well, but you just couldn't quite implement anything in the way you like. Yeah, I know what you mean. I had that problem when I made my level. It's like there were some sections where it's like you have this idea in your head, but it's like either it just doesn't work the way distance actually plays, or it's just like you just can't figure out how to turn it into a real thing. Yeah, no, I think I would agree with Tribillo. It's still a perfectly solid, good level. And honestly, it may be getting biased also just from coming right off of Sector Hatsune, which is like, honestly, it's even lower, but it's in a similar space where it's like, it's not a very high effort driving experience, where it's more about like experiencing the environment and cool stuff to look at, where that's like all of the cool laser lights and colors, where it's like, this is so much muted. It's like, man, this is cool in its own way, but I need something more to get me back to where I was feeling with this, so. So it's not even necessarily the level's fault. It could just be coming right off the back of this makes it feel not as good as it would if I were just to play it on its own. But, let me see. Yeah. So I guess that's it for the new tracks right now.